You're now tuned in to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And as always, I got another great interview for you today. Today, I am so proud to present to some, and many of you may know her if you're from Sacramento. I have to just give you a couple details about her. My guest today has a love for the arts. I mean, theater, dance, painting, photography, and finally, filmmaking. Today, we're going to be talking about one of her films which blessed my little heart. It is called The Erasure. And she's going to give you more details about it because she is a hometown girl made good. And once you hear about the story of The Erasure, it's going to touch your heart as it did mine. I want you to help me welcome to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, Miss Akeallah Blair. Hey, Akeallah.
Hello, hello, hello. It's a pleasure to be here. I always watch your show, so to finally be on it is just such an honor. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now you know I love you, girl. So I gotta let everybody know how much I love Akeallah and just watching her grow in her career and watching her blossom. She is a hometown girl made good from here, right here in Sacramento. Her father is also a dear friend of mine, but we're not talking about that today. We're going to be talking all about her, and we're going to be talking about the short film, The Erasure. And you have something exciting that's going to be happening on Friday for you. So we're going to be talking about all that. But I want people to get to know Akeallah Blair and to know where you've come from. And you, like I say, you was raised right here in Sacramento, and you are a product of Sacramento High School. So tell me about your experience of being raised in Sacramento. You currently live in Los Angeles now, but tell us about your hometown girl experience here in Sacramento.
Yes, what I loved about living in Sacramento is that there are actually a lot of opportunities for folks who want to get involved in the arts. And my parents were like, if it's free, we're signing her up. So that's why my background is so diverse. That's why I've done the theater, I've done the dance, and I actually used to work during the summer. I would take classes at Sac City College, Sacramento City Community College. They actually let folks who are in middle school and high school take summer sessions there. So I participated in the theater, and I learned how to make costumes for theater, paint the sets there, as well as perform on stage. So I'm so grateful for my parents for always pushing me and signing me up for things and everything that was local. I used to always go to like B Street Theater when I was younger and catch plays there. I performed in so many dance performances at Sac High. I was part of 34 dance team. So yeah, like you said, the arts have always been a part of my life, and there are so many free opportunities in Sacramento, which I appreciate.
Now, when did you know you wanted to make this a career?
Yes, I actually knew as early as 8th grade. Some people in my family would tell you earlier, but I took a video production class and made my first short film, which my dad still has on DVD. Shout out, I know he's watching. So yeah, I made that film, and to me, what was so powerful is at that young age, at 13, I was able to create something in my head, use my hands, my work, my people, camera, all these tools to actually make that happen, come to life, and make something that I can watch on my TV screen. And once I could figure out that it's an idea, a concept, and then use my creativity and my talents to actually see it on the screen, the big screen in my house, right, in my living room, I knew right then and there that's what I wanted to do. That's what I was passionate about, and I knew I had to get to LA, go to USC, which is #1 film school in the nation, and make that happen.
And something very special happened for you to help you to get into USC's film school. You were a product of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Unfortunately, they're getting a divorce, but you were a product of that. How did that help you?
Yes, it was amazing. So what a lot of people don't know is when I first applied to USC, it was my #1 top choice. I actually got denied, and I was really sad about it, but I appealed. So 11% of the students who get denied appeal, and of that 11%, only 4% actually get in after that. So God had that favor on me, and I was in that 4%. And an admissions counselor looked at my name and gave me the green light, and I was able to get into USC. So having that scholarship actually covered that funding, because USC is a private school, and it's extremely expensive. And where I come from, my parents were like, hey, no way, you're going to do community college for 2 years and then try to go to one of these state schools or a UC like we did. So I was so fortunate of that. And the Bill and Melinda Gates Scholarship also covered me when I stayed abroad in Spain for 6 months. My junior year of college, I went and lived with the host family in Spain and just expanded my mind traveling through Europe, and they covered all of that.
That is such a blessing. So at least we could say you were definitely a product of their union. From their foundation. Now, you wrote a film short. It's called The Erasure. I want you to tell us about it. You sent it to me a while ago for me to screen, and I was literally sitting at my desk like, is that it? Well, where's the rest of it? So I'm waiting for the rest of the hour and a half, okay? So we can make this thing about a good 2 hours. So tell us about it. And you did something that was phenomenal. You did crowdfunding. So tell us about those two things.
Yes. So basically, I was doing a lot of research. Of course, we hear about missing girls all the time, missing Black and brown women in particular. Mm-hmm. The story that really caught my attention was the missing DC 16. So there were 16 missing brown and Black girls in DC. Wow. And this happened a few years ago, around 2017. And the police department they weren't investigating, they weren't researching, they weren't doing what they were supposed to do. So a bunch of people in the community got on Twitter and just completely blasted DCPD, started a hashtag, find our missing girls. And that's where that stemmed from. And I'm following it on Twitter. And after the DCPD felt that pressure from social media, they went, did their jobs like they were supposed to, ended up finding 6 of the missing 16 girls. And in my mind, I thought, what would happen if they actually started to investigate immediately when the reports went in? How many more women and girls could they have found? So that really inspired me and got me doing more research. And that's when I stumbled upon the fact that 80,000 women go missing in the US per year, which completely just blew me away. And 60,000 of them are Black and brown women. So of course, that was just disheartening and heartbreaking. And I thought, what can I do? I don't want to just post on social media. Yes, that is important, but I want to do something else. So I thought, how can I use my talents and my creativity to promote this idea and get this social change going? So that's when I decided to write The Erasure, which is about missing Black women and girls, but it's not documentary style. So as you've seen, it's fiction. So it's a complete thriller and you're immersed into this world. And there's 3 women who are, these group is trying to get them and take them away from their community and their lives and their families. And these women fight, they fight. And when you all watch the film, you'll see who comes out on top at the end.
And so you were able to do this by crowdfunding. You were raised, I believe, was it $10,000 or more?
$10,000 via Kickstarter. So I work here in Los Angeles, but I work as a director's assistant. And at the time I was working on a project and not, making enough to live in LA, but not too much to actually make a film. So I thought, what am I going to do? So after working 12 hours on set each day, I would then come home and text and email every single teacher I've had, every single professor, my dad's friends, mom's friends, family members, everyone, asking them to donate. So eventually, after about 2 months and about 60 backers behind us, we got $10,000, which I really just want to shout out my community and my tribe. And I think of those 60 people, 50% of them are from Sacramento. So that's that hometown love coming through, because 60 backers for $10,000, that means a lot of people donating. So I was posting on social media all the time, spreading the word to every producer on set that would listen to me to give my 2-minute pitch. And we made it. And with that 10,000, I stretched it into a beautiful project that looks like it took way more to make it.
So you're going to be doing something that's wonderful on Friday. You're going to be doing a screening of The Erasure with Vivica Fox. Tell us about that.
Yes. So one of my producers connected me with the folks over at Fox Soul, and Fox Soul is that new streaming platform that just wants to uplift Black content. And this specific show hosted by Vivica is called Screening Room. So they just want to promote up and coming Black voices and Black directors. So I did an interview with her where I talked a little bit about the social issues behind The Erasure and the inspiration for it. And then it's going to screen. So Friday, May 14th. I'm so excited. 5 p.m. I want everyone to tune in and watch, to be able to view this incredible film. And, a lot of times when you do short films, especially ones that are, crowdfunding on Kickstarter, you may get into a few film festivals, which we did, and we won. I'm so, so proud of my little baby. But then it just goes away and no one really is able to still watch it or engage. So to be able to be on a big platform like Fox Soul, I'm just truly grateful and so proud of this film.
So where do you want this film to go? Where do you see the film going?
Yes, so I'm working on a feature length of it right now, and I've actually been pitching to a couple studios already. So like you said, where's the other hour and a half? Where's the rest of the film? Right. It is written. We're just waiting on that funding for it. So I would love to see this as a feature film in theaters where everyone can enjoy the story and truly connect to the characters, but of course, most importantly, understand the message and then think about what they can do for their duty to better protect the women and girls of our nation.
Now, I want people to know a little bit more about Akeallah and your rise where you are. You by faith, of course, you went to USC. Okay, now you're living in Los Angeles. What was the first internship you've had to get your career started?
Yes. So first internship was with the Lady Charmaine live TV show. Yes. And also, I learned so much about just emailing, scheduling, how to actually run a production. And what I love about you is you also uplift all the women that are with you, right? So even folks like your intern, assistant, whoever you're in partnership with, you also lift them up. And whenever there are learning opportunities, you let us know how we can definitely have room for improvement. And what I really, really appreciated from that opportunity is that you connected me with someone else in Los Angeles. And that also got me networking in LA with Gil Robertson over at AFCA. And after I was able to intern with him, then I went on to BET, VH1, and internship. I interned more than so I was on it. Yeah.
But I am so proud of you because I know you, like you say, BET. You was what did you do over there? Were you a reality script reader? What did you do?
Yes.
You did so many jobs.
Yes. No, those are all my internships. And then after college, I went into being a production assistant for about 2.5 years and working on shows like SWAT, Lethal Weapon, and just huge, huge shows that I, meeting celebrities and actors I never thought I would be able to meet before. So it was an incredible opportunity. And now I've transitioned to director's assistant position is what I do. So I worked on The Little Things recently, assisting John Lee Hancock. And that film starred Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek. And the bonus of that is I was able to bring some family members to set. So my aunt, my mom, my dad got to meet Denzel. So of course I'm the favorite niece now. And it was just so cool to have my family be able to come to set, see what I do, see how impactful my job is, and then also meet someone like Denzel Washington, which is incredible. Yeah. So now I'm a director's assistant on a Disney film with Julia Hart as the director. And this is my first time assisting a woman director and being able to just shadow and take notes and see the structure and how she communicates with actors. So I'm learning so much and super grateful.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, just to see the rise of your career, where I can say, I remember where she came from, I remember where she started. So it is so good. I want to remind the audience to be sure that you guys tune into Fox Soul on this Thursday on YouTube at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be the screening of the Erasure from our Sacramento's own Miss Akeallah Blair. So Akeallah, before we go, I want to know, what advice would you give a young woman who has a desire to work in theater, to work in entertainment, and she wants to move to Los Angeles? What advice would you give her?
Yes. So I would definitely give her advice to find a mentor as best as possible, whether that be through school, through reaching out through Facebook. And believe it or not, even the Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs, I reached out to directors like Gina Prince Bythewood before and actually gotten a response. So seriously, social media is very impactful if you're not at a university that has a mentorship program. But for sure, find a mentor so you can have someone who is older, wiser, more experienced, has greater connections that can help guide you. And also just make what you can, right? I was told so many times that $10,000 is not enough to make a short film. I was discouraged by so many people, just left and right. One person told me your entire budget for your film will only get you 1 day of filming at my location. But you know what? I did not let that defeat me, and I kept going, and I came out with my project, and now here we are. It'll be screened this Friday. So that's my advice. Find a mentor and then just make what you can with what you can. Because the thing is, you're already powerful, gifted, and talented. You already have exactly what you need. It's all right there.
I just love you.
Thanks.
So again, I want to remind, I love you, love you, love you. I'm going to make sure I put the information up here for the Erasure. There it is. It's this Friday on Fox Soul, May the 14th, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, right there on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely, the beautiful Miss Akeallah Blair. Girl, I love you, and I look forward to watching it on Friday. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. Send you so much love. Thank you.
Absolutely.